So I'm here with.
Lance McKinnon.
Nice to meet you, Lance.
Good to meet you too, sir.
Whereabouts are you from originally?
Nova Scotia.
Whereabouts in Nova Scotia?
Cape Breton, New Waterford.
Nice.
I was actually born in Ontario, and I lived in British Columbia and Nova Scotia. I lived across Canada.
But where do you enjoy the most?
Edmonton.
Nice. Where did you grow up?
Nova Scotia. As a young man, Nova Scotia, yeah.
So how was your childhood growing up in Nova Scotia?
Pretty perfect, pretty privileged. Very lucky when I look back now. All the complaints I had and hatred that I had towards it, that I thought I was bad growing up. I really regret not realizing how privileged I was. So, when I came into the world, into the rest of Canada, and I seen how I could have really ended up in a place different, you know. It really is. It's a bothersome every day. Still to this day, I try and tell myself that it's okay, that I'm still alive. I need to get through it and move on and move past that I took advantage of when I didn't. Because that's what I kind of was doing, was taking advantage of, right? Realizing that I was privileged. I had a beautiful mother and father. They took care of me. They loved me as much as they could. And then having seen, because I'm from a small inlet, right? There's no inner city or anything like that. And then when I moved in the city and I saw some of the livelihoods of some kids that had been in the same situation as me almost, or that had been in the same age group or same demographic, it really killed me on the inside. And I just thought about man, what did I do? Why did I ever think that? Why wasn't I smarter? Why didn't I use my head? And I got sad, and then I don't know. I'm taking it one day at a time now though with that, so getting over myself, forgiving myself for that hatred that I bestowed on even people in my life and random people in society that I would bestow the hate onto, that I would cast the hate onto, because I was so privileged and I gave away that opportunity. I could have been playing in the NBA or the CFL, or I could have been a big wig in the world, you know, and now here I am, this little man in Edmonton, walking around trashy, junky kind of.
How old are you?
33.
And when did you move to Edmonton?
That was 12 years ago.
What brought you to the city?
My mother actually lived here, and she had a family. She had another family, another husband and wife and kids, and she moved here. She lived here, and she passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, well, pardon me. No worries. She passed away, and then I don't know what to say when someone says that. I came here for her funeral, and then her husband, he survived. Obviously, he was still alive. He said, well, if things don't change for you, because I was living in Vancouver on the West Coast, with my grandparents, or my grandparents who raised me, they said if anything, you don't get anything going on in there with work and career and making money and doing good for yourself, getting ahead, then you can come stay with me and I'll see what I can do for you. And then weeks went by after a funeral, and then I called him up and he said, yeah, come on over. So I took a bus over, and then I was with him for a couple of weeks, and then he has my sisters, my two younger sisters, or whatever, stepsisters or half-bloods, and I was putting them at danger, I guess, because they're risky smoking and stuff like that. So he didn't know how to address me, and he would get very angry and upset, and he's like, well, why aren't you doing the right thing? And I couldn't understand what he was saying. I took it that he was targeting me, right? So I lashed out at him, and he called the police, and the police got involved, and then I got charged and whatever. So it wasn't very good. But then I was actually able to start an apprenticeship. I picked my life up for a while. I started an apprenticeship at URS Flint as a welding apprentice, and then I got into build trades. I got a job after the police got involved. I had to, because the police would put me in prison. So instead of going to prison, I got a job, and I picked my life up for a while, and then I put myself back in the gutter one day. I don't know what happened. I just put myself in the gutter again. I kept blaming other people. Until now, I haven't been able to accept that's me and my fault. Me, no one's doing it for me, right? So it's taken a long time, but I've figured it out now, so yeah.
Are you currently homeless?
No, I have a place over here, just down the road, but I can't dare stay there because of the lifestyle choices. Because it's not a family, it's a relation from work, like a old coworker. So I can't keep disrespecting them by going there and smoking and not having a job. The moment that I find a job, though, is the moment that I can get back in there. So technically, I am at the shelter right now without a job over here. Even though I have tons of skills and credentials, I could land a job. It's not that I'm too lazy. It's just that I'm doing the same thing. I'm telling myself that I'm going to put people in danger if I go work for them. Like people that from my past are going to come up and hurt those innocent people, right? So
What do you mean by that?
What's that?
What do you mean by that?
Like I don't know if what I'm saying is right, but I don't want to get hurt. I guess I'm just making another excuse, really. So I'm not really trying to find a job. I feel everywhere I get paranoid that people are going to attack me, and my paranoia sets in, kind of like my illness I'm dealing with. I take medications and stuff. I have to get back to see my doctor again. The police have assisted and helped me so much in getting along in life, and I feel like that I don't know why I just don't really turn myself in for the crimes I do now. I mean, I don't really do any too big of crimes. Like I don't do crimes to support my habits. I just kind of loiter, and then I'm just not completely lawful. Like I don't make crime from money, right? I don't make money from crime. I mean, I just live a different lifestyle. Like I should be at work. I don't know. And then every time I get an idea, like I can go talk to my SFI worker, I totally just forget. So I don't know. God forgive me. But for a long time, I was actually Christian, and then I came to the city and I realized that there's a lot of Muslims. And I thought that they were different somehow, like different kind of religions, but they're really the same to me. I mean, we're all the same with God in the end. So I've just come to peace with that now. That hating on and cursing on people with Muslim religion was actually a bad idea. I mean, I really regret that now because most of them I find are all loving people, like just same as Christians. So I really have a lot of apologies to do, I guess, to people who follow that faith. I like to apologize to them every day, and that I never meant any of those things. Like if I was ever in any way in a racial or hate crime towards any Islamic person or any person of that faith, that I really regret it, and I really do apologize. It was never my intention to do that to anyone, to hate on anyone of that religion. I really apologize to them every day, because I realize they're the same as me. They're the exact same as me. They need to work. They're all the same in that religion. That kind of concept. Like most people that they come from the same class as me, the same class of lifestyle, like middle class, kind of well off, right? You know what I mean? So I really do regret all my hatred that I put towards Islam.
What's it like at the shelter here?
Oh, it's easy. It's easy to fall behind and not realize what's going on and take advantage of. That's for sure. I feel like that's what I might be doing, is taking advantage of. I'm not really too sure. I can return back to my friend tonight, which was my plan, 'cause it's Friday, and he's in school. The man that my work relation, whatever. So I may return to him and ask him if he can help me out again. He said he would. Just the rent and the money, everything comes into play, and bills and all that stuff. And he was paying for me for 2 months, and then he said, "I'll give you 2 months. I'll pay for you, and then if you can't get it going on where you pay for yourself, then I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." And of course, the 2 months came around, and I couldn't. I don't know. I feel like the cops are gonna screw the door, but no. I've been taking that piece now that he'll give me another opportunity as long as I can be responsible and show up to work, or at least make an attempt to find work to make earnings instead of having to rely on socially funded incomes or welfare or anything like that. So plus I'm very dishonest. I struggle with dishonesty quite a bit. I'm just coming to grips now with that honesty and being honest with myself and those around me. So I attend a lot of the 12-step meetings. So I have a lot of strong different beliefs now because of my Christian upbringing and having met Islam and Muhammad and everything like that, like around the books and stuff in the context and the hearsay and the here and the now. It's taken me a long time to realize a lot of stuff, but I have realized a lot of stuff that I'm very grateful for. I'm very blessed and very privileged for today. So,
are you currently using any substance, or have you struggled in the past with any type of substance?
Yes, I've struggled in the past with substance. Yeah, tobacco, alcohol, stuff like that. Not currently though, no. I'm not currently struggling with any controlled substance. Now I'm struggling with hygiene practice because I'm in the dark on that hygiene practice, because basically from the age of 11, my grandparents, they had kind of split, like separated because of me, because they were supposed to be retired in Florida, and they'd bring it up and that would really hurt me, and then they would have a fight, and then they would leave one another, and then, so I was on my own when I was 11 till about 15 I was alone.
What was that like?
That was different, man. I mean, well, my grandfather was there, but he was always just doing his own thing, like with his friends and having his social life, and he's kind of retired doing his like libido. I got my 9 to 5 going on, doing my thing, and then I never learned some things that most kids got to learn. So I guess that's what I think anyway. Or I'm learning them now, just later on in life, like sanitary and hygiene and stuff. So I affect a lot of people with that. I don't know how. I'm still worried about it. Like I need like a sit down and instruction course on how and why and where. And the mission actually have provided me that before through the shift program with Brian Tuga and Amanda Campbell. And I just don't remember any of it now because I've had so many head injuries.
How'd you get head injuries?
Well, head injuries from the few times skateboarding, biking, just stuff like that. Skateboarding and biking, I do those, and sports, all those. I got head injuries. Just get a head injury every 6 months or so and get a concussion and end up in the hospital. Or the past day, I don't know what happened. I just something came over me. I don't know what it was. A bit of mania. I'm not sure. So I have to see my doctor though this weekend or this next week. I have an appointment to hopefully take care of and get on the straight path before it's too late and I fall off again. And I mean, when I fall off again, I mean dead. So I'm not falling off yet because I'm not dead. That's my opinion out right now. That's how I'm interpreting it right now. That might not be right, but I'm not on the straight path. But I'm still alive, so I still have that opportunity to get onto the straight path. Because I know a lot of friends and family members that I've had, that have died, that have deserved the choice to live, that should have lived, and I should have died, and they lived, or I lived and they died, and I just don't know what to do with myself. So it's hard, man.
What are some of the craziest things you've seen being in this predicament in your life?
This predicament? Well, men, what they will lie to about or what they will deceive people about into getting what their primary purpose of having a woman alone in a vulnerable position, like where they can take advantage of her, like a young woman or a young man or any young person, any innocent young person. The lengths that men will go through to make sure that no one knows about them putting the young people in the vulnerable position, right?
Does that happen a lot here?
I find it can, yeah. I find it does. I'm not 100% sure this is what I think, but I don't know whether they. Regardless, there's no darkness in their hearts. There's no darkness in their hearts, I don't think, because instantly that they would be neutralized. You know, like karma will come up from behind them and just gut them alive, right? You know what I mean? Like not gut them alive, but like karma would instantly suck their souls out, right? Karma would. Because I believe strongly in karma, like what you see and what you do, it's all a reflection. It's all going to come back on you in the end. Like if you do something bad, it's just going to come back to you one way or another, 20 years down the road or 10 minutes down the road. If you're like me, it's normally almost instant. Like if I steal from a store or rob someone, say. I don't really do that, but if I did that, then it would just come back to me 10 minutes later, and the same thing would happen to me. So karma is a lot of prevail, but it's like the people that they're so technologically advanced in trying to find the innocent and the weak, right? And the innocent people, young people, that they will go through any lengths to get these innocent people there, and then the lengths that the people that get them out of here into somewhere where they can just abuse them all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I worry about it all the time. And I feel like I'm like the forefront, like I'm the reason that those people have to operate against the weak and the innocent, you know? So I feel really bad all the time. But I don't know.
What do you think could be done to help people in Edmonton?
Help people in Edmonton?
Like homeless people, I should say. Sorry.
Like homeless people, I would think that there's a program, if there was a program that existed to take all the homeless people outside of the city and rehabilitate everyone, like get like almost like a camp, like a wellness camp, like a Wellspring camp, to take even just in groups, right? And then take the person there until they can work the steps and work and get out of that and find a career and get into something where they can earn money all the time and beat the substance abuse. And then put like locks on the substance abuse person, like if they abuse substances, then they're banned from the liquor store, or they're banned from the marijuana store, or they're banned from the tobacco, they're banned from purchasing tobacco, stuff like that. Because I know that substance is always going to be there, and it's a responsibility that you would not want to abuse that, right? But there still has to be some kind of safeguard that people, because we're going to abuse it anyway, like we're going to fall back into that predicament. I've watched guys, I've known them for 20, 15, or the whole time I've been here, and they just abuse the whole time. They get clean for a little bit, and they get off and on, they're drunk again, and then it's just a horrible lifestyle, man. I would rather just have the courage to admit the truth, and things I cannot change, just change them, and then be a better person every day, not have to rely on people at the shelter who give me uncanny help, like they're so lovely and such amazing people that they keep helping me over and over again, despite me screwing up and spitting in their face and basically calling them assholes or pigs and cursing at them and stuff, and they still help me. So I am really grateful for that.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day.